What's up, everybody? I'm John Middlekauff. You know what I need you to do. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got content for days reacting to every NFL game all the time, every single day. Subscribe, like the videos. Let's go. You know, McCaffrey, who, when he's healthy, is probably one of the greatest fantasy players of all time, right? Yep. Especially with Kyle. I think it's like a match made in heaven. But, you know, last year, I kept saying, like, everyone's overblowing this. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. And then I thought he was fine. And then was it like Friday? He got soreness, and then he ended up not playing Sunday, and then the rest is history.
And the rest is history.
He's an interesting guy. Now, he's been healthy. And like him and Kittle, obviously they're going to have to rely on. I still think their offense is going to be okay. They have some wide receiver issues, but to me, that would even add to like him and Kittle. Just if you tell me those guys are healthy this season, Kittle I feel pretty good about, but McCaffrey, I just don't see how they don't have both of them don't have massive seasons.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly, and I want to get your thoughts on Ricky Pearsall, because I think like last year was same. I'm all in on him this year. Like I keep bumping him higher and higher in my ranks. I just watched all of his all 22 from the preseason this past Sunday, and you can see on the preseason, and I know it's a limited sample, but you could see with the chemistry between him and Purdy, like he was running a crosser through zone. I think it was week 2 of the preseason.
And instead of Raiders.
And instead of him getting washed out in the zone coverage, he stops and he sits down in the zone coverage. And I'm like, that's it, baby. That's pointing to chemistry. That's reps in the offseason making it to the field. So I'm over the moon with Pearsall this year.
I think the worry with him is, you know, separate him getting shot, even though I think they just traded for Brian Robinson, who was also shot. So they got the all shot team right now. They got, which is why they like them. I mean, those guys are both, you know, Ricky's a tough guy.
They're dogs.
But physically, like he's had some hamstring issues. He had a, you know, shoulder issue that I was listening to some of my guys do a local podcast that there was a practice the other day and he fell on it and he was like grimacing. Now he didn't like leave practice or anything, but it's just when he plays 17 games, that'll be a first, you know? So we got that would be my worry. If you tell me he's healthy, Purdy's going to, him and Kittle would just go nuts in the passing game. Those two guys, especially who knows what Ayuk's going to be. But, you know, now you could argue most of these wide receivers just around the league, a lot of them get dinged up a lot, the high-end guys. I mean, the Eagles, both their guys get banged up. We got Malik Neighbors, he's banged up. You know, Jamar Chase, somewhat of an outlier, fully healthy last year, right? Jefferson's been banged up. So it's one of those positions that, like, if I tell you all these guys that I just listed play all the time, CeeDee Lamb, they'll put up huge numbers, but at any moment, these guys, they're like, I don't know, you know, sports cars that you get a ding on it. You got to go in and all of a sudden it's a 10 grand to like fill in like a little putty on the side of the Ferrari. And there are a lot of them. I mean, the league is loaded with wide receivers, but like, is there a guy from a value? Cause we all know the sexy big names, but is there a guy that in the top 10-ish that's like, I wasn't really thinking about him. Because I think Ayuk a couple years ago became that guy, right? He had a big season. Is there a guy that there's not Chase or CeeDee Lamb that you're like, I like that dude?
Man, I keep going back, and we'll circle back to the Falcons. I think this is the monster Drake London season incoming. I think everything's lining up for him. He's like really hit his stride last year with Robinson throwing him inside, giving him more easy design looks, a little more slot work, him stepping forward as the clear guy out of this Arthur Smith nonsense over the last few years. And if Penix can be the guy that we think he can be collectively, the other thing that I think gives Drake London, it's not only the volume, it's not only the fact that he's going to be a centerpiece of the offense, we're going to get downfield usage. And we haven't seen that over the last few years because of the quarterback play last year being limiting, and in previous years, we're going to get some Drake like back shoulder bombs down the field from Michael Penix. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I think he's going to step into some rarefied air. He might lead the NFL in targets this year.
The rivalries, the marching bands, the upsets, Saturdays just got way more fun. College football is back, baby. Think you know the game? Put your college football knowledge to the test with DraftKings Sportsbook and turn your picks into big payouts. Live betting during the game, rivalry week odds boosts, and so much more. DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered. Here's the thing. There is no bigger game than Saturday morning. Texas, Ohio State. I understand Arch has never started a big game. Played a couple last year, but never anything like this. Ohio State lost a ton of guys to the draft. I think this Texas team, if Arch lives up to the hype, poised to win an Natty, I'm taking Texas. I know it's at the shoe. I know it's a tough environment. I just think, as Earl Woods used to tell Tiger Woods, let the legend grow. That's what I would tell Arch Manning. Go win this game, cover that spread, money line, let the legend grow. And here's something special for first-timers, new customers. Bet just $5 and get 300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the code John. That's code John for new customers to get 300 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. In partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours.
Tell me your thoughts on the Broncos, because I think they're a team that really could break into that top 5 conversation this year. If Nick's takes that next level, if all the parts or pieces kind of coalesce and stuff, like we're hearing really good reports about Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin and RJ Harvey. Like, they've injected a lot of youth and explosiveness. Do you think they can enter that top 5 kind of conversation this year?
And how much easier is to play offense when your defense is really good?
Dude, their defense is going to be top 5, man. It's going to be so nasty. Like, teams are going to, whether it's Surtain or Janae Barron locking dudes down in the nickel, teams are going to be frustrated going a mile high this year.
I think they're going to be really good.
Same.
I think they're going to be, because I think the Chargers are going to come back to earth a little bit.
I think the Broncos win the AFC West. Is that a crazy take?
3-1 right now. 3-1 on DraftKings.
I've already bet it. I've already bet it, baby.
It was actually higher, and it's kind of come down to Sean, like to start the training camp. And Sean Payton's basically just saying, like, yeah, I've been coaching for 25 years. I've been around 6 teams. This is one of them that I think can win it all. And I don't think, if you watch the Cowboys documentary, Jimmy would just talk sometimes to kind of. I think Sean Payton truly believes it.
Same.
Like, he's not.
Same.
He is not bullshitting. He loves Bo Nix. He loves this team. He likes the group. I mean, if you watched them last year, I mean, you could just kind of see it coming. They just needed to add a couple more pieces. But team speed-wise, their defense is fast and physical. Their pass rush is excellent. Their DBs are good. What's the dude they just drafted from Texas in the first round? I saw him make a couple plays in preseason. I'm like, and like you said, offensively, now is he overhyping the running back a little bit from UCF?
I don't think so.
He loves him. I mean,
I was a big RJ Harvey stan. Pre-draft, I had him inside of my top 5 RBs, so I was in on it. I think a lot of people were pushed off because of the age and the ACL history and stuff, but skill set wise, he checks a ton of boxes, man. Like he's got some high end pass game reps. If you go back in his collegiate history and stuff, I think he can definitely play in the pass game. Pass pro is probably the biggest worry with him, but Peyton's even come out and said, like, look, like, I think it's one of the reasons why they added Dobbins. I think it's going to be Harvey on especially like first and second down, and Dobbins coming in on third down. So like Harvey's going to run his routes on those early downs, but I'm in on Harvey. I definitely love him.